Hey guys, what's up? Every once in a while, I get asked by new players which DLCs I recommend for them to buy on Predator Hunting Grounds. Well, first off, usually I don't recommend them much. I don't recommend them to buy a lot of stuff because I don't think Iphonic deserves more money. The developers of this game should focus on fixing the game and adding more good content, a substantial content, not just skins. Like this, what they have been doing for the last years of just like trying to do cash and grab DLC skins, which is this what pretty much this is about. That's why I usually don't recommend people to buy a lot of stuff in the game because just the developers don't deserve it, and the skins themselves, like, they don't really make that much of a difference. Like, I'm gonna tell you guys which ones are the best if you guys really care about stats, if you guys are looking for a class that give you some sort of advantage. But trust me, the default hunter class, which the same one has Jungle Hunter, this one that was a pre-order exclusive, is already okay. Like, if you see, like, there, look at how many Predator classes we have right now. There are just too many. There are so many, and I would say that most of them, or like 70% of them, are like really nothing special. They're like a worse version of the Hunter, pretty much. Like Scout and Berserker are like worse version of the Hunter. They don't have the same. They're not just not as well balanced as the Hunter. They have like big disadvantage. Scout, it might have more speed than 7 than Hunter, but everything else is bad for him. Like he doesn't have enough gear. His HP is too low. Berserker, he might have more HP, but he doesn't have enough power points, he doesn't have enough speed and stamina, so it's like a big sacrifice. So Hunter tends to be out of the classes, I mean, not considered the DLCs, the classes which you can just unlock by leveling up, which is just 5, which is, I think, is a shame. Like, we have so many DLC Predator classes and only 5 that are free. Like, I think they should have added like other ones after they increased the level cap, because years ago the level cap was 150, which is the level that you unlock the other. When they increased the level cap, they should have added like a new Predator class, like a new Predator skin for free, like every 100 levels, every 50 levels or something. That's another reason why I get mad at the developers, because they could have easily added a lot of these skins just by leveling up. And I mean, it's just skins. They're not even like unique classes due to unique abilities. Sure, back then the class would come with like a new early access to a weapon, but you can just put the weapon on any Predator class. Like, there's nothing really exclusive about any of these classes, and many of them have actually really bad stats. I mean, when comparing to the Hunter, if you are someone that just wants to have a class with good stats to play and have a good advantage against the Fireteam, most of the time I would just recommend to use the Hunter. Sure, when you unlock the Elder is not bad. He's good, especially if you're going to focus on Plasma, but unless you're going to focus on more of a Plasma focus build, just go with Hunter. For the Fireteam, we don't even have DLCs anymore. Like, it's so weird. A lot of people also ask me why they removed the Fireteam DLCs on the October 1st update. I believe that when they released the game on Xbox, and they have like this new version of the game, there was like this graphics update, a new version of the game running on PS5 and Xbox. It's like a whole new game version, you know? So it's like they had to like release the game again. And I believe that because of that, they would have to renew the license of the likeness of the actors that were used for the DLCs. And Iphonic probably did not have enough money for that. Like, they already wasted a lot of money on their other games. So they did not have enough money to renew this or just continue the contract. Or maybe, I don't think it's just because the contract run out, you know. I think it's just because otherwise, like, why just now? Like, why specifically the same day that they added the new version, they made the upgrade to on Xbox, that the Fireteam DLCs are gonna work, the contract was gonna run out. I think it's just because when they released the new version, they had to renew it, because it involved, it's like this game now from October 1st to today is like a different game from what it was from before that. It's like a new game version, so everything, even like the game files, the structure of the game files is completely different. Like, that's why a lot of the exploits that people use it with the game files, like the loadouts, are not possible anymore. I mean, there's still like a way with Spartan Helmet, but apart from that, like, a lot of people cannot use like stuff like the 300 Sirat exploit, that kind of stuff like that, because they remade a lot of the game files. And it's like a whole new, it's like a new game, almost, you know? It's like not the same game as it was released in 2020. And because of that, they removed the Fireteam DLCs. And for the Fireteam DLCs, Dante would be the best option. Wait, let's see. Oh, I think, because I usually don't use Dante. Dutch 2025 is very cool. Like, this class, like, if I was gonna recommend to a Predator, I mean, it's not available anymore. Sorry guys, sorry. The DLCs of that we have, we don't even have that many. Like, we have we have 6 free. No, it's Oh, it's actually just 5. Same has Predator. Only 5 free DLC. I mean free fireteam classes. And they don't have 4 DLCs. Isabel and Dutch 2025 are the ones that are more unique. They look cool. Especially, I mean, Dutch 2025 is my favorite one for appearance. However, their stats are not that good. Isabel is the worst class in the game. She's like a worse version of the Scout or the Recon. Like, just overall bad. She, despite the fact that she looks cool, you know, it's nice to have a movie character back. People hated her because of the stats. A lot of people, it brought a lot of controversy when she came out. Dutch 2025 is like a more tanky assault that does less damage, and in this game, like, damage tends to be a little bit more important. So it doesn't really have much more HP than the assault to make up for it. But he's very similar to assault because of the perk points, the specializations, like the overall. He's like a cross between support and assault, but both assault and support are just do overall a better job than Dutch 2025. But he looks very cool. Dutch 87, strong class. He's like a better Dutch. He's like I would say almost like he's like a tankier scout or a tankier assault that can do just as much damage, if not more, in certain builds. So he's very strong. He's like a class which the only weakness is gonna be the low gear points, because yeah, perk points he has good damage, has good HP, has overall good stamina, movement speed. He only has one weakness, but he's overall a very strong class. Good for 1v1 in Predators. Like, this is one of my main classes that I would use to just be able to fight Predators 1v1s. And there is Dante, this guy that I don't even know why he's here. They base him off some football player that probably bribed Iphonic to put him in the game. And he is the best class in the game, kind of, like out of the DLCs ones. I would say maybe support Field Medic might be in the same league, or Recon Tracker, but it's more specific builds. But like Dante overall, just because of his overall stats, he's the only class in the game that doesn't have a weakness at all. Surprisingly, like Recon Tracker can be insane. However, he can be just one-shotted. He has low HP. Support has a lot of power, like damage resistance, field medics, crazy OP. However, he's low. Dante doesn't have any of that. Like, he has good amount of stamina. I mean, good amount of HP, to the point where he can actually be tankier than support. Because if Dante has damage resistance while running, and that's 20%. So in practice, while running, he can take more damage than the support. And if you have a support close by, support is going to give him 20% more damage resistance, and everything stacks. So he can be even tankier than support while having more stamina, more movement speed. He has more perk points, while allow for better combinations. Gear has a little bit less than support, but still he has enough to bring medikits, AIMU, or UAV scanners. So he doesn't really have a weakness. He has good specializations. The only good thing is that at least they removed the field medic from him, because it was too much. Well, these are the Fireteam DLCs, which they remove it, and unfortunately people are I would usually recommend people to get, I mean, if you just care about stats, just get Dante or Dutch 87. Now for the Predators, I would recommend, if you're someone that only have money to buy one, you just want to buy one Predator class, I would usually recommend Bionic or Wolf. If you are like a big fan of another class in the game, like you say you're a big fan of Mr. Black, you're a big fan of City Hunter, like, it's okay. If you really like that class, you can use it. But like they're just not as good stats wise. If you're someone that only cares about the stats on the character, on the class, I would usually recommend, like, if you're just gonna buy, you just plan on buying one, Bionic or Wolf, because they both have high energy, a good amount of speed, stamina, HP, like, is like average. They're like, comparing to the Hunter, they're a very well balanced classes. They don't have any big weakness that gets in the way of the gameplay, and they have a lot of like good points to make it up. They're both like S-tier classes. I mean, Mr. Black is cool, and I think like he's overall a okay class, but like specialization is not the best. He's too slow. I think that for new players, especially, like they're gonna feel more comfortable using classes that have more speed. So that's why Bionic or Wolf. I mean, Wolf has the highest speed in the game, so for sure. For new players specifically, like, that's gonna be good. Like, I like having speed. You like to be able to move well. Bionic also, his speed is okay. He has a good amount of energy, so you can use more thermal, cloak. For perks, I mean, they're the opposite in perks. Wolf has low gear points and high perk points, so he can use any build with perk combinations. With Bionic, he is more limited into the perks, but he has a lot of gear. They're overall like good, like opposite in some ways, but they have like very good similar stats. If you're someone with more money and you're gonna want to buy one of the packs, I would recommend, I mean, if you just care about the stats. I know that these Predators might not look the best, But if you are willing to buy 2 Predator classes, I would recommend Pirate and Amazon for sure. Just because the fact that Amazon is the best Predator class for melee, and Pirate is among the best ones for Ranger. I mean, Pirate, Bionic, Scar, they're all good for Ranger gameplay. And I mean, but if you want to get like Celtic and Scar, you're gonna have to buy them with Copper, which is one of the worst classes in the game. So it's gonna be more expensive. You're gonna buy the AVP pack. It's gonna come up with 2 good Predator classes, Scar and Celtic. However, the kind of gameplay that is best for Scar and Celtic is very similar. So both Celtic and Scar, they're pretty much like variations of the same kind of Predator class. You know, they're very like they're not, the difference is not that high. They're both good classes, so you're gonna get 2 good Predator classes out of 3. However, that's gonna cost you more than buying Amazon and Pirate. And Amazon and Pirate, they're very different classes. You can play very differently. Amazon, it has more speed. Actually, if you compare, like, Amazon has more HP, speed, and stamina than the Pirate. So from first, it looks like she's completely superior. And she, for a lot of types of gameplay, she's gonna be like for melee. She's by far the best option in the game. Like that, she's tanky. She has a good amount of stamina to be able to do more melee attacks. She's overall good. Like probably like for most players, I think most players are gonna have the best time by using the Amazon in this game. Pirate is also good, but it's more for ranged gameplay to be able to be more slow. She's not as mobile as the Amazon. She has a lot of energy, so she can try to be more sneaky, try to like use more plasma from the tree. She can carry more gear than the Amazon. Amazon big disadvantage is that she cannot carry traps, which can be very useful. Pirate has a lot of gear points, so she can bring everything that you need. She has good amount of also. She doesn't have like any big weakness. She doesn't just have a like. She's very well balanced. She just doesn't have, let's say, anything that really stands out on her apart from maybe the energy. But everything like speed, stamina, HP is all balanced on her. Perk points she has enough for the like best perk combinations in the game. Amazon is just like tankier and she's can be more fun to use. Pirate is more if you want to focus in on like a more ranged gameplay. She's among the best options for it. So those are it would be like the usual that I would recommend. Either Bionic or Wolf, you can get those 2 classes, or if you are willing to buy 2 of them, I would recommend right away the Amazon and the Pirate pack. Like if you don't care about the money, I think the best choice would probably be Amazon and Pirate. Like even better than Celtic and Scar. Pirate is just as good as Scar and Celtic. However, the fact that these 2 classes can play very different. Like you can have fun with melee with the Amazon and have fun with ranged with Pirate. Pirate has analytic, which together with downrange can make some really good damage with range, you know. So Pirate and Amazon, yeah, those are usually the ones that I would recommend. But there's I know a lot of people don't like the designs, myself included. I'm not a big fan of these cosplay Predators, so that might push people away. But those would be like the best options in my opinion. If you want to buy DLCs in the game, if you really want this, sure. Amazon, if you compare, like if you are someone like say they want to use melee, which I know a lot of Predator players do, like comparing Amazon to Hunter, like the gap is big. Like trust me, Amazon can do a much better job with melee than any of the other free Predator classes. While the Pirate can do a much better job with ranged. Maybe just not as much as the Elder, but at least she doesn't have the weakness of low stamina of the Elder. And I think she might be a little bit faster as well. But that's the thing about the Pirate. She's a good ranger Predator, but she doesn't really have any striking weakness. She just doesn't have like the best overall stats in everything. Like she doesn't have more like above average HP or speed, but she's overall very well balanced and she can do good ranged. Well, with the Elder, I mean he's overall okay, but he's just has the low stamina gets in the way. Pirate still has like a good I know it shows here that they have pretty much like the same, but trust me, Pirate like is noticeably has more stamina than the Elder in comparison. In the Elder, like I really feel the need to use Adrenal Boost, while with the Pirate I can usually manage it well. Also, don't trust in-game stats, they're not completely accurate, okay? Just so you guys know, because I already tested a lot of this stuff here like in the game, and the in-game stats here are not 100% accurate. Just so keep in this mind, if you like, oh, you get into the game, you see the class stats here. Don't judge it by this because it's not like, trust me, trust what I tell you guys. What I recommend to you guys, that's what you guys should go for, because the in-game stats have always have some problems. I think that the Isabel ones might still be problem because I remember like when people got Isabel, it shows here. Let me see if it's still showing or if they fixed it. It shows that she has he has max stamina. I don't think this is the case. Because I remember, like, when people got Isabel, they accused Iphonic of scamming. Because they said that the in-game stats it appears here is not matching the game, you know? Let's see, gear. Yeah, gear is okay, she has less. I don't think she has more stamina. Like, she doesn't have max stamina. She doesn't have the same stamina as the scout. Like, no way. So I think the stamina here is wrong. HP. Yeah, HP is okay. But I think that the HP bar was incorrect for a while. So just keep that in mind. But, okay. This was my video. If you guys have any other questions in regards to DLCs, you can ask.